There is a remix I want to check out. And hopefully I can find this. I hope this is it. Let me play it. Let me make sure it's the thing. More Dark Blue remix. Story of Hope bonus CD. I think this is it. Good. All right, Command. Have a good night. Very interesting. This is sick. I like this version. Let's go! Woo! That woke me up real quick. Very cool. Cool version of it, man. That's the finale. Very, very cool. Should not be able to get it, the digital version. Well, guess what? We found it. Very, very cool, man. Cool album. I wasn't expecting it to go as hard as it did, man. And those last 3 bonus tracks have no place on this album. But I want to get into the pause moment. What is the pause moment for this album? So, in my personal opinion, I think the one thing that really surprised me out of this whole album, I honestly think, we're gonna have to go with Hope. I think Hope, dude, this track, awesome. Right here. Now I can understand why people want to fucking, or like Japanese people want to marry Miku after listening to this. Holy fucking shit, dude. That breakdown is just everything on this album, dude. It's so fucking good, man. It's so surprising. It just comes out of nowhere. And it's just like, what are we getting? And I was like, oh my god, this is sick as hell. Wow, I love that breakdown. Definitely one of the best tracks on this album. Speaking of best tracks on this album, the pause picks. Man, that is a hard question. Lost Story is great. It's a good song, but it isn't my favorite. Alright, man, this is a good one too. Alright, I think my 3 favorites on this album, number 1 is gotta be Hope, dude. Hope is so fucking good. Oh my god. Wow. Dude, that breakdown in that and just the whole song as a whole is just awesome. It's fucking awesome. It's such a good track and it definitely deserves my favorite for sure. Second, I'm probably gonna have to go with, is it this one? Yeah, probably Thunder Girl. Thunder Girl is a great track as well. I love the breakdown in that too. I love the synths in this song too. The synths really remind me of Bloodstained Child. And definitely, yeah, that's probably my second one. Number 3. That's a great one. Palette is a really, really good song. But I think number 3, I'm gonna have to go with my Middle Eastern weakness, Blue. Blue is great. It's a great fucking track. Yeah, it's an awesome track. Those 3 are definitely the best on the album. Alright, here's the loaded question. Who is the album MVP? Fuck. So I don't know if I want to pick the producer himself or I want to pick one of the girls. I think with this one, we're going to go with Yuyoyuppe himself because he really impressed me with this track here. I didn't expect him to sing and scream on this. That was cool. That's so fucking cool, dude. I'm gonna give it to him for sure. He's a great producer and just, he's really good. Really good at what he does. And this album's great. As a first Vocaloid album on this channel, I really, really thoroughly enjoyed this, man. Thank you for throwing this in. I'm gonna definitely give it to Yuyoyuppe. Takahiro is awesome. Takahiro Mamiya. Absolutely awesome producer. But yeah, man, stay here because you have your after stream. Definitely throw in your after stream. Put it in the chat right now, actually. But dude, his producing and his instrumentals are just what drives this album. You know, it's really fucking good. It's really fucking good, dude. I love this. Here comes the hard part. Similar artist. I think the number 1 similar artist for this album that kind of drove this album and kind of just really just brings off the same vibes as Yuyoyuppe is A-Core. I think A-Core is very, very similar to Yuyoyuppe. So Crowd of Rebellion, definitely, I'm gonna throw them up there. I'm gonna show this to Tofumon. I'm hoping he never heard it, because I don't think he's ever heard this. So hopefully he hasn't. But yeah. So 8 core. Number 2, Bloodstained Child. Very, very reminiscent to the Melodeath band, the Japanese Melodeath band that I used to listen to back in the early days. Very, very, just really, really cool, man. Really, really cool. Definitely Bloodstained Child for sure. The synths, the piano, everything in it. This track right here really brought off that vibe, that BSC vibe. And it was it this one? Yep, this. And it reminds me of, yeah, it reminded me of that. I was like, yeah, this sounds very similar to BSC. So we'll give it to a similar artist. Number 3, Baby Metal. If you listen to Baby Metal, if you listen to Yuyoyuppe, you will love Baby Metal. I'm just gonna throw it out there. My community is huge with Baby Metal, so I won't be surprised if I see Grington, if I don't see a lot of the familiar faces that love Baby Metal on this album reaction in the comments. Shout out goes to all of them for providing me with all the info I needed for the Baby Metal reactions and just the reviews and stuff. They're really, really awesome people. Definitely really, really appreciate their hard work that they put in those comments and helping me understand the band. So definitely Baby Metal. The pinch harmonics, the instrumentals scream self-titled and Metal Resistance. Very, very reminiscent to them. Number 4, Utsu-P. Utsu-P. You said he's friends, right? He's friends with him. Yeah, definitely reminded me of him as well. Especially the production. Very, very similar to him. So we'll give it to him for sure. Who else? We are missing one more. Okay, alright, okay, I agree. I asked ChatGPT, and I think I did a reaction to this. Was it My First Story? Never heard of them before. Well, I've heard of them, like I've listened to one of them on the stream. Let me look. Macho Man's request, My First Story. I like it, it's like post-hardcore. Japanese post-hardcore. Yeah, they do sound a little bit similar to My First Story, so we'll go ahead and give it to them. Because he added the title First Story, or Story in the album, so I guess we can give it to My First Story. Okay. Genre. Okay, so this whole album is genty. We're just gonna give it the gent. It's definitely gent. It screams gent. It's J-metal. It's Japanese metal, obviously, right? Give it the J-metal, and J-metal is a genre, believe it or not. Subgenre, excuse me. Subgenre. J-metal. It's progressive. It's a very progressive album. You never know where it's going to lead into, especially with some of the breakdowns in this, and a lot of the choruses and a lot of the bridges just lead you into places, and a lot of the time signatures are just all over the place. I definitely do agree that it's a very progressive album. It's synthwave. It's very synth. I wasn't expecting to hear as much synth in this album than that I got. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to give it to synthwave for sure. I gotta disagree. I'm gonna say post-hardcore. This reminded me of A-core more than it did of like Kill Switch and stuff like that. It had Melodeath vibes in some of the songs, but not as much as like ICDD does. So I'm gonna give it to post-hardcore for sure for this album. Maybe in the future, metalcore, but definitely post-hardcore. We'll give it to them for sure. Because a lot of this stuff, the composition really reminds me of like Silverstein. It reminds me of Boys Like Girls. It reminds me of Story of the Year was the main band that I was gonna put for similarities on some of these songs, but again, A-core is like their #1 similar artist in my personal opinion. Just from the way I hear it, it sounds a lot like A-core. So I really knew that I was gonna love this album as soon as I heard that first track, I was like, dude, I'm gonna love this. But yeah, post-hardcore. The implication. All right, cool. What is Yuyoyuppe's Story of Hope about? Yuyoyuppe's Story of Hope is a concept album that explores the emotional journey from chaos to clarity, using heavy post-hardcore and metalcore kind of soundscapes fused with Vocaloid vocals to symbolize a search for meaning in a disconnected world. Thematically, it centers on chasing a formless, intangible sense of hope, something felt rather than understood, amid despair, trauma, and uncertainty. Rather than offering a resolution, the album implies that hope is not an answer, but a chosen perspective that drives us forward despite not knowing the end of our story. Very, very cool, man. Very, very cool. I love this website, dude. This website helps me so much in trying to figure stuff out. That guys don't use it, please use it. It's fucking amazing. Really, really cool. All right, man. I really, really like this album. I really want to give this the rating that it deserves. That last track and the remix saved this album. I was gonna give it an 8. After those last 2 bonus tracks, it really didn't just appeal to my taste. Didn't really care. I didn't really want to hear that on this album because this album doesn't need that. It doesn't need those bonus tracks. It ruins the album. It ruins the album. It literally ruins the fucking album. But that being said, just like I did with Seven Spires, Gods of Debauchery, that one track pushed it down. I am going to make an exception here. And I'm giving Story of Hope by Yuyoyuppe a 9.45 out of 10. Absolutely fantastic album, brother. Thank you so much for putting this through. I'm sorry I can't give it an over 9,000. I'm sorry I can't give it a 10 out of 10. But this album just... it's so good, dude. I don't understand why you would add those bonus tracks in this album. It really hurts this album. But at the same time, I really thoroughly enjoyed this. Thank you for throwing this in, dude. If you guys enjoyed this and you're new here, and you think I have an album, or you think that you have an album that you want to request to me or to our community, come to our Discord, leave a comment below, and on all of these in the playlist, because this is the end of the playlist you're watching right now, and if you did watch every single video in this playlist, I would like you to leave a comment down on this video saying story in all caps, all capitals. So I'll type it. Type that in the comments so that way I know you watched every single video in this playlist. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys at the next album reaction, which will be Humanity's Last Breath, Ashen. If you think that you have an album that you want me to check out, go to my link tree and you can request it or come to our Discord. You can also watch my channel trailer on YouTube. CryoFlame Audioforge, where frost meets flame, audio is forged. We'll see you guys at the next album reaction. Peace!